Happy National Grouch Day, and welcome to Week 7 of the 2025 Sandlot Fantasy Football League. One of the biggest weeks of the year, always. A tradition unlike any other in many ways. One, the divisional doubleheader is coming up, and we figured we'd give you guys the real deal, or no Schkapeel, on your teams. With me this week, I got Hillers. What's up, Hillers?
Fuck you and your interests.
What's up, Nick?
Jesus, that's aggressive.
It's National Grouch Day.
Hillers coming out swinging today.
That's not being a grouch. It's just being straight out mean. Like a grouch would be
Gotta be
something
mean if
along
you're
the
going to
lines
win
of
the
like
divisional doubleheader.
a grouch would be something like
Yeah.
I think a grouch would be something like, man, I hate fantasy football. This game is so stupid. Why does anyone play this game? Stupid freaking fantasy football luck. Like that's
Take no
grouchy.
prisoners this week.
Like, that's
Don't-
grouchy. You're just being aggressive.
Don't gatekeep my grouchery. I'll grouch how I like.
Who's the best Grouch? Most famous Grouch is Oscar, I guess. That's probably it, right?
Scrooge.
Logan Roy.
Scrooge, I think could get in there.
Scrooge is in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Who
Logan
else is-
Roy.
Who else is just a perpetual hater?
I'm finding that as I go through this, a lot of the grouches, the people that I would consider grouchy, are extremely rich. So
Yeah,
my,
it doesn't stop you from getting rich.
I think my dad, when he watches sports, he's Grouch. He just watched it the other day. Everything that happens is just. He was yelling at the fans for standing up at the Brewers game yesterday in the first inning, right after a guy had hit the opening pitch. The Brewers at a home game, the opening Brewers batter belts one over the fence. My dad, why is everybody standing? You paid for seats. I'm like, Dad, it's a freaking playoff game in Milwaukee. They haven't had one in God knows how long.
There's a home run in a
Why
playoff
are you
game.
yelling at the fans for being happy?
is
Do you enjoy
is the people who vacuum in the middle of a football game out of frustration considered a grouch?
Anthony's a
Yeah.
good Grouch. Yeah, he's a good Grouch at times.
I would love to see the Merrill genealogy for like how you react to sports because I feel like you're all crazy.
I'm very similar to my dad, and I'm
but
getting
not-
more and more similar.
Not exactly the same.
Everyone's stupid. No one knows what they're doing.
Yeah,
It used to be better, you know.
This all sounds right to me.
Yeah.
But you don't take it out on the fans. You take it out on the players, and you take it out on
Yeah, I'm
coaching.
getting
You
there
do.
though.
Well,
I'm
okay,
getting
yeah.
there.
Give it 20 years, and Merrill will yell at people that even
Did you
enjoy
watch the
sports
Ryder Cup this
casually.
year? I started taking it out on the fans for that.
No,
Um,
not
All
this
right.
year or any year prior.
let's get to it, guys. For this one, just gonna work our way down the roster page and just start with. I think we're all listed the same on there. Dad Dix is my first team on there. If you go to the roster page, and that's where we're gonna start and work our
Okay.
way down.
For
make sense?
real deal or
Yes,
no
real
Schkapeel,
deal,
right?
No Schkapeel. Yep.
And do you want to say what your standard for a real deal team is? Because it's bad and wrong.
Yeah, my bad and wrong stance for the thing that I created is that you need to, if this team is a contender and will be contending for a playoff spot, then I think it's a real deal team.
So if you want to know how to do this accurately at home, it's teams that you think will be a playoff team. Otherwise, what are we talking about?
How's
What's
that?
the
How's that
deal?
any different than what you just said?
No, because he said contender for a playoff team, which is about 9 teams, and I am going to be picking
This year
5
might be more.
Okay.
5 teams. Okay.
What about you, Nick? You're the tiebreaker. What do you think?
It's more because I'm closer. I'm closer lying to Merrill, but I'm being stingier with my criteria. So I'm with you, Merrill, that it is about who is fighting for the wild, who is a playoff potential team, not who are in the playoffs.
Okay.
So Hillers, you're wrong. Shocker.
Are you
Taste
are
it.
is the playoffs? Let's find out.
All right, Dad Dix is our first team. Dad Dix find themselves at 5-3. They are 37-29 in all play, which puts them kind of near the top of all play. And we'll start with you, Nick. Real deal or no Schkapeel here?
They're a real deal. They're absolutely a real deal. I think that once he get like they're doing fine, and once they even get CeeDee Lamb back, like this team's just going to be fine. Like they're in the wild card. They're in the playoff. If nothing else, they're in the wild card hunt. Like I think just once again, like the last 2 years where Grimes has just had bad fantasy luck is coming back to roost, and he's getting all the good luck now again.
It's a new dawn.
Yeah.
Hillers?
Real deal team. I think only one team's coming out of this division, and I think Andy might be on the schneid. More about that later, but this is a genuinely good team. James Cook, still good. Who knew? And guys like Jamar Chase, still good. Even when we're like, oh, it's not what it was. If you go and look into it, it's pretty fucking good. And I think it's only up for this squad getting a guy like Tyler Warren. It's just solid players. It's not luck. It's not schedule. This is a team that's going to be hard to beat week to week because it's got people in every spot.
Yeah, I don't say real deal. He's 3 deep at the running back and wide receiver positions, basically. I think he's maybe already gone through his worst injury and luck issues with CeeDee Lamb being hurt. Jamar Chase going through the Jake Browning era. Ricky Pearsall being hurt.
Exactly the Jake Browning era.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Now he's out of it, right? He's coming out of it on the other side with Flacco, CeeDee Lamb, and Ricky Pearsall coming back. He's got 3 good running backs. Jaden Daniels was hurt. He's back now. This team's not going anywhere. And through all the injuries he's had, he's sitting there at 5-3. So, still weathered the storm really well. Real deal team. And we'll see. But yeah, I think we all agree. Wounded Ducks.
He is good for 5th in all play, by the way.
Thank you. Wounded Ducks 4-4. 29-37 in all play, but 500 overall in the season. 3rd place in the division, 1 game back. Hillers, we'll start with you on the Wounded Ducks. What do we think?
No deal. It's almost
That's
already.
Not a thing. Try again.
No Schkapeel.
Thank you.
And there's a devastating lack of Schkapeel here. It's not really, but it's just a little bit too late. The team is good, but not great enough. There's a tough competition, and he's got a major injury at running back where he was already a bit thin. I just don't. I think time's already run out for this team, frankly.
Nick?
He's a no Schkapeel. It's a no Schkapeel. I think that there's just too many other good teams out there that he's already behind the 8 ball too far on, and there's just no explosive depth behind what he currently has. That he doesn't have the power to overcome those injuries, and his wide receivers aren't big enough to be able to make up that deficit. So, yeah, I'm on no Schkapeel right now.
Yeah, quit getting small receivers.
He's getting George Kittle back. That'll be nice. Either this week or probably next week. Hopefully next week since I play him this week. Bo Nix, absolute disaster. That game in London Sunday was maybe the worst thing I've ever seen. Oh my god.
It was.
The Bucky injury, obviously devastating. Ashton Genty's been. Anyway, we don't want to go through the whole roster here, but he continues to struggle getting elite wide receivers, even though he paid this year. There's just, like you said, Nick, not a lot of explosive talent here, not a lot of league winners on this team at the moment. And the record's a little fraudulent if you look at all play versus record. So you say, oh, he's behind the 8 ball. Well, he's 4-4. How is that possible? But if you look at the all play, it seems like it might not hold up.
And some other teams they seem like they're in ascendance. They have players that are doing better or have come into their positions. This team doesn't have any of that.
Yeah. No Schkapeel for me. The weird thing is, I don't know what you do, and we don't have to get into that on this, but it's you're sitting on this team. Do you give up? Do you start selling? What? I don't even know what you do if you have this team. It's in this weird no man's land.
It's a building year for him. I admit it. As soon as you can, get those deals. Scam some trades. Get on the waivers.
I think 4-4, you're still in it. I think you have a couple weeks to try to maybe make a playoff run. You never know, man. That's the thing with fantasy, right? Just at a high level thing here. Just when you think things are going horrible and you can't keep up, some of those top teams get a couple of critical injuries and, boom, there you are. Or even when you're up there and things are going great, you're just one play away from just the whole thing come crashing down around you.
Everything you said is right. Still,
I don't know.
Give up, Des.
Hang in there a couple weeks. I think it's no Schkapeel, but who knows? Hiller's Peak Society is our next team here. Hillers, you find yourself at 5-3, 39-27 in all play, which I think is tied for second. You're in first place in your division, tied with Roscoe, which definitely we called that at the beginning of the season. And I'll go first here, Hillers. This is a real deal team. Even though you continue to start Matthew Stafford over Baker Mayfield for some reason.
I won't be doing that this week.
It's clever, I guess.
Well, I just matchups and whatever. Never mind. I'm not going to code it. Even though Baker has no receivers this weekend, he is.
He doesn't need them. He's a dog.
He doesn't need him. He's just going to run it.
Yeah. No. You're deep at running back. The receivers leave a little to be desired, but with Quentin Johnson out, looks like Ladd might be getting a few more targets. And when Brock Bowers comes back, could only get better. So this team is about what we thought at the beginning of the year. I think you're contenders, so real deal for me.
Yeah, it's no doubt that this is a real deal team. Like, there's nothing really to be said. Like, this is just a real deal team. Like, for all those reasons that Merrill just said. And Merrill, you forgot to mention that he also has Romeo Dobbs, who is just as good as Drake London.
Is that right? Is
No.
that your evaluation?
No, I mean, it's not mine. If anyone's asking.
Do I need to pull up a text message of you saying I think Drake London is just as good as Romeo? I think Romeo Dobbs is and Drake London are the same category.
Oh, well, that was in trade talks. You say things sometimes.
That's part of negotiations.
I mean, I don't have to give up Cam Scatabo to get Romeo Dobbs. I just get him off the waivers. So, there's value there. But I mean, I love the team. I think it's strong. I've got some ideas to try to improve upon it. This week is going to be absolutely massive for every division, but I feel like ours is it seems particularly close. But yeah, I mean, I really am leaning in hard this year. I want a division, title going into the playoffs to try to get another title. I think I can get there.
Well, just on that real quick, the week 14 is our first playoff week. It's the wild card week, but there's also buys that week. So the bye, the winning your division is a big deal, right? Because a lot of teams might get stuck with a week 14 bye. I mean, Hillers doesn't look like it's going to hit you too hard, but Juwan Jennings is on bye for you.
Scatabo would be
Scatabo.
out.
Yeah, there you
go. I mean, I don't like that. I don't want to play a game.
That's assuming that he still knows where to play football by week 14.
I heard somebody say you can't get CTE when you are CTE.
Yeah. Someone will get him there. I mean, if you point him in the right direction, he usually goes.
He's the best, dude. Those guys are the best.
I mean, it's wild. But no, I mean, I've been really lucky with some of my pickups this year and some of my draft picks, even though some of the things that I'd hoped, like Chase Brown or Ladd McConkey, didn't work out. Guys like Roma Dudes or Cam.
Yeah, we know. We don't need you to...
They're filling in. No, I just want to say why I'm so great.
All right. Next team. So we got real deal from everybody there. Iron Pirate Mystery Crew. I feel like
we can just say no Schkapeel.
Unanimous on this one as well. Iron Pirate, Nick, you find yourself at 1-7, 21-45 in all play. So just
explain yourself.
Tied with Gazebo, clearly in a selling mode. The year has not gone as planned. I'll start. No Schkapeel, obviously here. Nick is starting to sell off some parts for what he can get for the future. And as far as what's gone wrong, I don't know. Just the players just haven't worked out. It's the quarterback situation started really great in week 1 and has gone bad. I mean, Herbert's been pretty good, I guess, but
no, he hasn't.
Overall, there's just not a lot of upside on the roster here. Hillers, what do you think?
There was a ton of preseason hype around a lot of guys in the league, and every year you don't really know which ones are going to be the right ones. And there was a lot of hype about, I saw a bunch of DeMarcado talk or about how good Swift would be. You
saw a lot of DeMarcado talk?
So much DeMarcado talk. I was ankle deep in DeMarcado talk.
What Reddits are you on?
All of them. DeMarcado
Reddits.
Subreddit.
The DeMarcado family Reddit.
Yeah. And it just didn't pan out. They
can't avoid it. There's just so much DeMarcado talk out there.
It's just everywhere.
It's all over my algorithm, dude.
I'd be like, can I just listen to some Taylor Swift? No, I can't because of all the DeMarcado talk. But yeah, it just didn't pan out, and it's not gonna. I think he's right to sell. Question, Nick, for you? You feel like selling Trey McBride, the one that you picked that actually worked out exactly as you'd hoped?
Everyone's up for for the right offer.
There you go. Nick's open for business, everyone.
I mean, McBride's a keeper at that price, I think.
I mean, that's the thing, right?
Everybody's always open for trade, is what I say, right? But it's going to cost a lot to get a guy like McBride, who's a top tight end at a great keeper price. So,
well, no, but what about in this era where all tight ends are good and fine? Actually, maybe he should.
Oh yeah, I did hear somebody say that. Yeah.
I've got a tight end. I'll just give you that one. You can have Zach Ertz.
I have 2. I'll give you both of them.
Two better than one.
Two's better. Hey, that's math. We're not here to argue math, you guys.
You did trade for Malik Neighbors. Good start to build for the future. You're gonna like him.
You hope.
He's fun. He catches a lot of passes.
I hope that him and Jackson Dart have a rapport they did for the first couple of passes.
I think they did for those 3 drives, man. It was great. All right, Cyborg Tony Romo, our next team. Here we go. It might be starting to get back into some, maybe we'll get into some disagreement here. But Cyborg Tony Romo finds himself at 5-3. Went on quite a run for a little while there. Laid an absolute dud with a couple other teams this week, which we'll get into. All play of 39-27, which is right there near the top. One of those many teams that are right in that 5-3 to 3-5 range. And Nick, what say you about Cyborg Tony Romo?
I think they're a real deal. They're a real deal because they're going to be contending for it, I think. It's going to depend on how serious this Garrett Wilson injury is and what goes on there. But with a team with Rishi Rice coming back, Justin Jefferson, his running backs seem to be doing pretty well. He's got arguably Dak Prescott who's playing out of his mind right now. I mean, this team has the pieces right now, and I'm saying real deal because I think that he has. It's real deal, just real deal.
Hillers?
No Schkapeel, using the correct rubric, which is 5 teams. I think this team is going to not make it, not because they're not a good team, but because Watson will just get the wild card spot out of our division. The reason I think that is this running back core is weak and getting weaker. And I don't think you can afford to just totally tank on a position like that and compete with some of the very top teams in the league. There's a lot of good reason to hope. Nick already mentioned Rice. Jake Ferguson has been a huge asset to him by having that positional advantage.
Number 1 tight end, I think.
Yeah, but it's just not enough. It's just not enough. If you're given too many Jets, not enough running backs. But I had to choose. I had to do a Sophie's choice between him and Watson of who I thought was going to be the wild card contender out of our division, and he didn't make it.
Yeah. Look, the receiving core is great. If Garrett Wilson's healthy, Rashee Rice coming back, and then Justin Jefferson, man, that's a pretty good 3 receivers. That's right there at the top. The running back core, like you said, limited ceiling there. Nothing spectacular, but could be solid. I don't know, man. I'm saying no Schkapeel either. I've never believed in this team. I'm going to go down with the ship on this one. I might be wrong, but as soon as we all went in on how bad this team was, he rattled off like 5 wins in a row on us. So, maybe it was just a good couple weeks. We'll see. I'm going to say no Schkapeel. I just don't think he's got the firepower to run with the other contenders, I think, just based on my player preferences here.
He's a wild card for sure. He has a real high ceiling and a real low floor. So, I mean,
he's going to be there, right? Like, he's going to be there in the end. Like, he might make it. I don't know. I don't see it.
I don't know, man. If he throws up one of those 70-point bullshit on a doubleheader week, he's cooked. If he does that one more week in a row, bye-bye.
Yeah, a lot of things. The things might spread out a little bit this week, or just a bunch of 1-1s and we stick exactly where we are. But,
and nothing changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Slot Tadpoles, next team. One of the preseason favorites. Slot Tadpoles are 5-3 with a 22-44 all play.
Yeah, ridiculous. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Here. Yeah.
That's some grime shit.
Absolute greaseball stuff going on here. We'll start with, I guess we might know where everyone's going on this one, but Hillers, let's start with you.
Think about who thinks it's does anybody think it's a real deal?
We did, all of us, in our week 1 power rankings, and we were all fucking wrong. And when we did our podcast after the first week, we were all on this team's nuts about how the secret of how they got all these good players past us. Well, he didn't. This team is fine. But its record is inflated and due for regression. There's nothing here that's, winning a game against a good team. Even the guys he's leaning on, like Kamara and Barkley and Higgins, they're fine, I guess, but they're not stars.
No Schkapeel from Hillers, Nick. What say you?
No Schkapeel.
Yeah,
there's nothing. I mean, for all the reasons that Hillers just said, like there's no wide receiver that jumps out at you aside from Barkley, who isn't even being like as dominant as he was last year, which is definitely hurting him. And Allen's just kind of being Allen, like he's just like Josh Allen is just kind of being Josh Allen again, where he has these like big swings up and down. Like there's just, there was a lot of preseason hype around this team, but like even Alvin Kamara definitely seems to be aging right before our eyes.
Yeah,
dusty old skeleton.
The running backs are not near as strong as we thought they were, right? Like Saquon is not what he was last year for whatever reason, and Kamara is losing running back share in that backfield to Kendrick Miller quite a bit. So yeah, we knew the receivers were weak, but now the running backs seem they're not, I wouldn't say weak, I mean, still Saquon and Kamara, but like they're not as strong as we thought they were, right? And that was going to be what was carrying this team. So for that reason, I'm out. No Schkapeel. And I think
we should all pity, the desperate situation, the absolute box of skeleton and dust and rickets you are when you turn the venerable age of 30 and just admit that, he should just probably admit that death is near and find a nice retirement home.
Talking about Kamara?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
He's 30 years old. We're like, he's over the hill. He can't do it.
It's not even so much him, but it's just like the Saints offense in general is just a mess.
It's not like last year where like Derek Carr was dumping off to him, 30 times a game. Right?
Yeah,
like he's just not getting the ball.
Rattler's not a dump off guy. He's trying. If he gets in trouble, he's going to throw it deep.
All your points are valid. I just think it's funny how we've now.
I still think he's good. He's just not. It's a bad offense, and he's not getting the.
He's a wily old veteran. He's a wily, sneaky old mariner.
Let's see in a couple weeks. Let's see what he does in the next couple of weeks with his record, and then at the trade deadline, does Kamara get traded? Does he go to a better team? And then now suddenly Kamara's value goes up. Like
he could. He said he wants to retire with New Orleans. A lot of people say that. Of course, you kind of have to say that. You can't be like, no, get me the fuck out of here.
No, I've never said I want to retire with New Orleans.
I'd love to retire in New Orleans. It seems great down there.
I want to go to New Orleans right now.
I said go to. That's not retire.
Because he's probably going to get traded to like Kansas City. I mean, nothing against Kansas City, but if my choice is New Orleans or Kansas City, I'm taking New Orleans.
If you're going to retire in New Orleans right now, just walk into the sea, man. Like, go to New Orleans now.
Or just wait for the sea to swallow you.
Or maybe the sea will swallow me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That city's going to sink. So just go now.
All right.
Okay.
Wingay, our next team here.
This geography lesson was brought to you by The Letter.
We are sponsored by the city of Louisiana. Oh, no, we're not.
Wingay was a team I feel like kind of snuck under the radar a little bit preseason. There wasn't a lot of, I don't know, I feel like we didn't have a ton of juice in the preseason, right?
I gave him best draft.
Yeah, he always gets best draft. He finds himself at 5-3, 38-28 in all play. One of the teams that laid the absolute egg this week, where we had three teams that were, I don't know, well, two teams that were really good, that were winning their divisions, absolutely eggs this week, and this is one of them. Nick, what do you think of Andy's team here?
Give me 1 second because I want to say something, but spoiler alert. Let me just check to see if
you're allowed to say things. It's a podcast.
I know. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
You were gonna
no, I've already said that. No. He's a no deal. He's a no deal.
That's not a
no Schkapeel. Sorry,
we've only been doing this for like 20 years.
I know. I know. It's the rhyming scheme, man. Yeah, he's a no Schkapeel. I got like that team right, especially in a week like this.
It's not that hard to say.
Yeah, you say that.
A little hard to say.
Yeah. Especially this week with the double headers and the division coming up, like this team is just hurting right now. Like look at his running back. Like his running back core is not great.
It's not anything.
There's nothing. Like he has Nico. He has like his wide receiver. No, his wide receivers are great, and as long as Nico and Olave or Ridley can play, like he's fine. Like he'll have Nico, which is awesome. But like there's just nothing on this team that's going to I do not see him winning this week, which now he's going to suddenly be 500 and looking up at the rest of the division. Like it's just going to be tough sledding for this team. So I'm going to say no Schkapeel.
Hillers.
I've changed my mind mid-podcast. So good news, Roscoe, you are now a real deal team.
Oh,
And
do we need to go back to Roscoe's team?
No, it's just they're actually pretty similar teams, and here's why: is that they don't have running backs, but one team has a lack of running backs that I have never seen before, ever in the league. If you put 3 of his 4 running backs that he owns on the waivers, I'm not positive they would get picked up. I'm really not. Maybe even, I mean, and and the other one isn't exactly a superstar either. However good this wide receiving core is, you're leaving positions on the board that it's too easy for other teams to come and get a positional advantage and get you that way. And especially, I'm especially concerned now that you're starting to see injuries sort of rack up. Like, as the season goes on, these things don't really get better. They just get good enough for them to play under, and then they pick up another one. And if you've already got problems with guys like Puka and Olave, I don't know. I just don't think you can make it. And Hampton already out. Injuries are bad. The lack of never drafting any running backs, a very avoidable error. So, yeah, no Schkapeel for you, Deweyne. Good news for CTR. You are now Schkapeel.
Yeah, I'm actually changing my mind mid podcast. I'm gonna say no deal here, mainly for this upcoming stretch. Like, if Puka Nacua is out, Puka Nacua is the if we redrafted today, like
he's the best player in football.
If we redrafted 1 week ago from today, Puka Nacua probably goes number 1 overall.
Yeah,
I don't know who goes above him. Right? I mean, I guess he maybe, like, I don't know, Bijan or
maybe, but it's not
McCaffrey,
normal.
But like,
to go on to the playlist.
Puka's points.
He's above quarterbacks.
23,
He's
27, 22, 36, 24. 20, his lowest was 22.8 on the year.
Absurd.
So, like, that loss is, and they're calling him day-to-day. Not a lot out there on whether he's going to play or not. I've heard high ankle sprain. I've heard it's not serious. Like, I don't know. But even if he's hurt and he's playing, he's probably not going to be what he was.
Yeah,
and that's kind of the worst of both worlds, because you got to play him, but then he's, like, not great, and this could be a mess, you know? Like, if Puka's playing, I'm calling this team real deal. If Puka's out, this is a no Schkapeel for me. Like, I think right now I'm leaning towards him being out, and I think I got to say no Schkapeel, especially now that he's got he's going to be starting Ramondre and Tyrone Tracy at running back. Like, ew.
Yeah, you said maybe Bijan gets number 1. He's the 13th highest scoring player for points this season.
No, quarterbacks are going to be.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Baker Mayfield, who people have been saying playing MVP levels, 1 step behind Puka in points this season.
Yeah.
It's bonkers.
It's so good. It's just
him and Josh Allen are neck and neck. Yeah. That's nuts.
It's crazy. So good. So, if this team, loses, goes 0-2 this week, maybe, look for Puka to maybe be dealt. But honestly, at $38,
you gotta keep him. I
wonder if Lars regretting not keeping Puka at, like, about 38. Probably could have kept Puka, right? So,
are there any choices Larf isn't regretting? Every time we hear from Larf, it's like, oh, that guy blew up. I dropped him last week.
I remember when I had that great player.
I dropped him 48 hours ago, and now he's hot as shit.
Stop dropping players, Larf.
Every time.
Keep the good players. Don't get rid of good players, Larf.
If he just kept the good players that he had, he'd be the best team in the league.
So, yeah, another no deal here. All right. Or no Schkapeel. Sorry. Now you got me doing it, you jerks. Touchdown Jesus.
20 years, Merrill. It's your own system.
I created it. I'm the creator.
You created it.
Touchdown Jesus. Finds himself at 5-3, top of the division with a 43-23 all-play, best in the league at the moment. I guess I'll go ahead and start here. I think a lot of this has to do with Patrick Mahomes being back. Patrick Mahomes is the number 1 quarterback in fantasy, right?
Yep.
I mean, just bonkers. 27, 23, 14, 31, 27, 34.
You've had some guys that have had buys, but he's back. He's fully back.
Like, the points per game, wild. Pritchard kind of does what he does. He goes stars and scrubs, and the stars are working. And especially when Mahomes is working, this team's going to be good. So this is a real deal team for me. I don't see him going over. George Pickens is absolutely exploding right now with CD Lamb out. That'll probably slow down if Lamb comes back. But this is a real deal team. Pritchard's always competing. There's a reason he's got 3 titles, 3 titles, right?
Yep.
And it's a good team. Nick, what do you think?
Yeah, for real deal. I think that his real deal I'm going to actually go down the Jonathan Taylor team. I think that he is the best. Like if it wasn't for Puka, Jonathan Taylor, I think would be like a clear cut number 1.
You know, he might be. Yeah, he would be.
He might be the number 1. I would say number 1 just because it's like he is just. I think I'd take Taylor over him just because I'd rather have the running back position. But man, he is absolutely bonkers.
He looks so good, dude. He looks so good on the field.
I think that his team is his team's like it's a real deal team. I think his team's beatable. Like it's not a powerhouse real deal. His wide receivers aren't blowing the roof off the doors. Yes, I know that's wrong. And his running backs, aside from Jonathan Taylor, aren't like great. Aren't world beaters. So I think that if you wanted to make a trade, you can talk to people, but yeah, definitely.
What are you gonna give this team?
DeAndre Swift.
Maybe.
Waddle, Swift.
Look at him. He's peddling his players on the podcast. This guy.
Hey,
using his platform. This we don't do that here. All right, we're not
this
doing
is
that.
advertising space. No, I'm for it. Hawk your
Yeah,
shit.
that's true. You start your own podcast. You want to hawk your stuff.
You want to hawk your shit.
I'm gonna come in with I'm gonna wear a shirt next week that just says "Talk to me about Waddle."
What'll it take to get you in a waddle today?
Hey,
all right.
Your real deal also?
Yeah, I mean, it would be irresponsible to say otherwise with the team that has the best all play. You know what I mean? That would be a real swing. And previously mentioned, at least one all-star player at every position. And it seems like it's only coming up. Old Bill Krosky seems like he might actually be a thing. And if this team is missing anything, it's like a number 2 at each position. So he only needs one more guy to work out in every play. And you can tell he's taking swings, picking up guys like Alec Ayomador. So he'll get there. He'll get there. So this is going to be a tough team to beat. One we'll see in the playoffs for sure.
He's got the number 1 quarterback, the number 2 running back, and the number 4 wide receiver. I mean, that's always going to lead to some success.
Yep.
All right. Next team, the Dying Gnomes. Okay, this team's been on a bit of a ride this year. One of our preseason kind of favorites is a pretty good team, especially early in the year. Dying Gnomes find themselves at 4-4 with 36-30 all play. Very mid as far as how the performance has been up to this point. Hillers, what do you think about the Dying Gnomes? Are they dying?
I think they're struggling to live, but I don't think they're dying. I think this will actually end up being a real deal team. I think we're seeing, some weakness in his scores and his record for some understandable reasons where like different people have dipped at the same time or different people have come up at the same time. Whenever Lamar Jackson is out, this team is at a severe disadvantage because it's hard. You don't draft him to be a mid quarterback or have nothing like that's a major part of this team. But there's other parts that he can rely on, and there are people that get hurt, sure. But maybe if guys like Jacobs are feeling a little better, he can start to ride other upcoming guys and make this a team. I see enough depth and resilience here to view his current struggles as temporary, right? And that he'll be coming up and be a strong team again by the latter half of the season.
Nick?
No deal. No Schkapeel. Sorry.
No!
I caught myself.
It's an epidemic.
I think that what's really hurts him is Lamar having his bye week this week. I think that that's going to be kind of the nail in the coffin for the team's playoffs hopes. I think, or not their hopes, but their playoff run. I think that that's going to be at the end of the season when playoffs start. They're going to be one game out, or their all play is going to be just off, or their points for is going to be off, and it's going to be because Lamar Jackson just didn't have Lamar to like kind of help carry him over the edge.
Yeah, I'm going to say real deal. I think when Lamar comes back, this team gets going again. This running back core is disgusting. It's really good. This and the Hillers are like the two best, I think, as far as like the top. Like Breece Hall, Josh Jacobs, Christian McCaffrey. Good God.
That's nasty.
Brees Hall's talking about being
As
traded.
somebody who
and-
just played against this team, I was like, Jesus. There's talks of Brees Hall trade, so who knows on that one, which could only probably
for Brees
help.
Hall.
Yeah, it'd be pretty good for Brees Hall. Because Justin Fields, who had negative 10 net passing yards in the last game.
Jesus.
My God.
Ew. Usually you get pulled before you're allowed to finish.
Dude, going back to that game, did you see the fake punt they pulled in the first half? They're sitting there, and they asked Sean Payton, they're like, did you know it was a fake? He's like, yeah. He's like, they had their whole starting offensive line out there. They had Brees Hall out there. They're like, of course we know it was a fake. It's like, what an unserious organization this is. Like, what are we doing? If you're going to put the offense out there, just put the offense out there.
They won't know because we're wearing the same color uniform.
Like, Brees Hall's not on the punt team. Like, what are we doing?
And didn't they got the first down and then they just did nothing for the next 30 seconds?
Yeah, and then they just ran the clock out. Yeah, it's like, what are you... And then they ask him about Justin Fields, like, oh, he didn't play good today. It's like negative 10. It's like, are you going to start him next week? He's like, what kind of question is that? It's like, I don't know, man. It seems like a pretty valid question.
The question you're going to get asked if your quarterback has negative passing yards on the day.
That's brutal.
We all had more positive yards than...
We had more net passing yards than Justin Fields this week.
Yeah, sure did.
The entire world had more
great.
net yards than he did.
It feels great.
So, yeah, anyway, back to Watson. Yeah, I think when Lamar comes back, if you look at the Ravens' schedule, when Lamar comes back after the bye, Bears, Dolphins, Vikings is tough, then Browns, Jets, Bengals, Steelers, Bengals. Like, I think the Ravens go on a run. I think the Ravens still win the division, by the way. I think the Steelers ultimately collapse. And, I think Lamar's going to come out effing on fire, come back from this injury. And,
I will 100% give you props that the Ravens end up winning their division. That is bold.
I think they will.
Yeah, but the question is not. But the question then is more about: can he sustain? Can he weather the losses that he endured?
He's weathering them now. This is the weathering. I mean, this upcoming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was 500. You know, the wide receiving core is not great. I'm not sure what you even do about it, but this running back core and Lamar, I think that can carry him to a playoff spot, honestly, and compete for things.
I mean, the wide receivers are bad, but they're not as bad as the running backs on some of the teams that we've looked at so far. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's kind of the difference for me. You know what I mean? It's like
pretty bad.
There's mid, and then there's nothing. You know what I mean? And there's a difference.
So what do we got? We've got a real.
I'm a real deal. I'm a real deal.
No Schkapeel from Nick. Okay. Hitman next. Hitman at 3-5. All play of 43-23, tied for best overall. We'll start with you, Nick. What say you?
I say no Schkapeel, but that's just because you're behind the eight ball too much right now. I think you can have 2 more losses, maybe 3.
No team's ever got in with 8 losses with the 17-game schedule. So,
yeah, I think it's a no Schkapeel because I think you're just that far out. But I think that your team's good. I think your team will be a spoiler. I think that you're not worried about singing a national anthem next year at the draft.
Yeah, I think somebody might be though.
Yeah. I mean, that's just. I think it's just. I think Trayvon now starting to get some play is just not going to be. Is a little too late, I think. The Drake London trade definitely helps you, and so maybe that can be the reason that you kind of get a little boost towards the end to kind of eke into a wild card spot. But I'm saying no Schkapeel.
Yeah, if we restarted the season today, and you had Drake May and London and Javonte Williams and guys like that, and you know what? Big credit to you for making trades that improve the quality of your team or fill holes mid-season, even when you started off rough. You didn't give up. You worked real hard. I think you've got a really good team here. It's just, you're down by a lot, and there's a lot of really good teams in the league, and you don't quite have the depth yet where I'm going to say you can, I wouldn't be worried that if one of those studs, is hurt, like Ibuka hopefully isn't, but might be, or, one of these guys just underperforms, that this could go from a respectable ceiling to a real low floor just too easy for me to say that you can basically win out in the way that you would need to get to that wild card threshold now.
I'm going real deal. I believe in this team.
Nice.
I think a 2-0 this week puts me right back in it. And as far as depth goes, I think I have maybe the deepest team in the league. So I'm not sure where that comes from. But
like depth with power, right? Like if you look at points scored thus far, right? You're looking for if a guy is like in the 90 to over 100.
Well,
range.
but a guy like Judkins who didn't play till week 3, like you can't just look at total points. You have to look at overall. You got to look at points per game. Sure. You got to look at overall points. You got to look at who's had buys, like DK Metcalf. Like there's certain things that matter when it comes to you can't just look at the total points of a player and determine.
Well, true, but yeah, I mean Judkins had 3 points last week. He had 10 points the first week. Like he could be good, he could be not. Not enough of a sample size there for me.
Sure. Yeah, I think the Ibuka injury, man. God, that one, like
that guy's on fire. That is rookie of the year looking guy.
And it's like I just love him so much. And when he got hurt, I was like, my God, not only am I lose, like now I lost, like
After Neighbors too. Neighbors was tough.
Neighbors was tough. So I get London to kind of cover for that, and then have to put this
not
what,
the same
anyway,
though,
whatever.
Is it?
Real deal. I think I have a good team. I think I can go 2-0 this week. I play Larf without Josh Allen, which I like. And I forget who the hell else I play. But I play Larf without Josh Allen, which I like. So, which is probably who I'll lose to. But yeah, I'm going to say real deal. I'm 1 game or 2 games out.
Well,
which can be made up in 1 week. So we got 2 doubleheaders left. So I'm liking it, and nobody's going to want to see my team in the playoffs. I'm telling you that right now. 43 wins in all play. Come at me.
Quick question about your franchise. What's your new logo this year? I like it. Was that like an AI thing, or did you have something?
Everybody's got AI logos now.
Oh, okay. No, I think mine's still a picture of a T-shirt. Actually,
you should get an AI logo. It's really easy. You just go to ChatGPT and say, "Make me a logo of this."
I mean, I know how to make an AI image. I was curious.
I tried to do a Hitman in a dumpster fire, and it was not good. What came back? It's
47 screaming out of a flaming dumpster.
This seems.
It's not really the vibe you want to be giving off.
All right, moving on.
Not gonna happen. Chiefs, our next team. They are 4-4 with a 28-38 all play. I hate these all plays. Nick, we'll start with you. I think we know where you're going on this one because this is just what you do with this team. But what say you?
Absolutely, yeah. I no Schkapeel at all. I mean, I understand why there was hype around this team, and I totally get that. That the idea of having Derrick Henry and AJ Brown were great. Just no Schkapeel. Well, unfortunately, this team with all hatred and venom aside, the team just hasn't really hit the way it needs to hit, and especially now in the doubleheader week coming up without Derrick Henry. I mean, you still have Jamar Gibbs, you still have Gibbs, you just have White to fill in. Like kind of coming around a little bit, and he's still no Schkapeel, just no Schkapeel.
No, I hate him too much. I can't.
Yeah, I hate him too much. I hate him too much.
Is too great.
Hillers, I'll go ahead here. I think preseason we were looking at the team. We're like, man, this team looks really good. The starting lineup's amazing. It's just if anything goes wrong, there's not a lot here, and everything has gone wrong. It's not good. $47 on AJ Brown at the draft, or 46. Sorry, he's been terrible. Derrick Henry has been not Derrick Henry. Because when the Ravens are losing, Derrick Henry has bad games. When the Ravens are winning, Derrick Henry has great games. And they're losing a lot right now. Now, that said, I do like the Ravens turning it around, but still.
Winning the division, apparently, you say.
So, who knows? Xavier Worthy's going to take a hit when Rashee Rice comes back. This team, it's just not going to get better. And the A.J. Brown thing is going to end in a smoking crater in Philly. It's just, this is a no Schkapeel team for me. He went stars and scrubs. He had a lot of money invested in his keepers, and it might be time to just tear it down and start over for this team.
I am also a no Schkapeel, but this is the one I'm probably least certain about. And if I had y'all's loosey goosey rules about what counts as the real deal, I might put this team on there because I'm finding it very difficult to bury a team, a third of the way through the season that have guys that have been emerging, like Quentin Johnson, or that have names like Henry and Gibbs and St. Brown on the roster. It's like I feel like this is a potentially dangerous team every week. He's still working at it. He picked up a significantly stronger tight end off the waivers when he saw his one wasn't working. So I see he's still on his grind.
Jake Tonjes?
Yeah.
George Kittle's coming back. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying he's working on it. I like that he's on the waivers. I'm just saying he's engaged in the team. He's thinking week to week about how to improve, and he's got a lot of strong names on there already.
That's true. He is doing that, Nick. None of the other teams are doing that.
That's true. And he has strong names. Strong names.
More diligent than others, and I said no Schkapeel, but only because I can only pick 5, and this team fell right off. This is the team I'd still be scared to play him just because looking at their starting lineup.
This is one of the teams I most look forward to playing. Honestly, like this team is. I think this is the second worst team in the league. I think it's kind of close to Nick's team. Honestly.
Well, watch how you enjoy the upcoming
Nick,
match.
Terrible. I'm sorry.
Because you know what, Merrill?
We do. You're right.
Every time there's somebody that just has everyone on their team have their best career day on the same day as Nick's
or everyone on your team has their worst day, which is also
as Nick's one victory, I can say you got to watch out.
Or as my 2 victories last year.
They're little. You got to look out for these little fucking vipers.
When I beat you twice,
because they'll leap up and spite you with their little spiteful claws and teeth.
One last thing I want to say on this team. People out there, this is a public service announcement. Don't fall for this guy's trades. His trades are terrible.
He is predatory.
A trade spammer. He is the equivalent of a cold call at you dinner time cold call marketer, email spammer. He's just throwing shit out there hoping you accept it. Don't fall for it. The shit he sends out is disgusting.
Esther, you are the payday loans of trade partners, and you need to tone it down. You need to come a little bit more serious.
His trade offers just go to my spam folder.
It's gross. You're losing respect around the league. Have a little shame every now and then, please. Like, just
bring your shit right.
You're
please.
better than this. Have some respect for yourself, okay? All right. Sorry, I just had to get that out.
Yeah.
At least these are trade offers.
It's the cars for kids of trade offers.
And then he's complaining. He's like, Merrill always gets trades off. I'm like, yeah, because I offer things people want.
Because you start serious with your offer.
Just disgusting.
You think about what the other team needs and whether your garbage is an improvement over it.
I will say, I don't know.
Spoiler alert! It isn't.
He offered me Derrick Henry and AJ Brown for Javonte Williams and Emeka Egbuka, maybe a week or 2 ago.
He was hoping you were a reputation guy.
Right, but I'm like, if you'd have given me I was like, dude, you're 5 weeks. Could you imagine turning that, at week 1, could you imagine turning that trade down?
You wouldn't.
Wild.
You'd be run out of the league on a rail if you'd done that week 1.
But in week 6, it's like,
get the fuck out of here.
I don't like this. It's just crazy how that
shoo him off your property. Yeah, well, we have always been a very "what have you done for me lately" league. That I think maybe in our early years as a league, we had a little more reverence for reputation and career, and But these days, fuck off. You had 3 bad weeks in a row, you're dead.
Yeah. All right.
You're dead.
Final
you're
team.
Dead to us.
Riding gazebo of irascibility. Daria finds herself at 2-6 with a 21-45 all play. A year where finally the all play is matching up with the record for Daria. It doesn't happen often, but here we are. Hillers, let's start with you. What say you?
There is a disturbing lack of Schkapeel. This is a dead team. There's nothing. There's hardly any way to claw back. I mean, what do you even trade? Kyron Williams?
Yes.
I mean, yes. You're not trading JSN. You got to keep something to build on, and a guy that
do not trade JSN.
Never. But who wants any of the rest?
You keep JSN until he retires.
Probably, yeah. But that's only. There's just not enough assets here to even know where to start with a rebuild. This is a real teardown. This is this is troubling.
Shut it down. Shut it down now.
I mean, there were weeks earlier in the week where I was like, hey, maybe some different lineup decisions been made. Maybe McLaurin will be a thing. Maybe Kenneth Walker III will be the superstar, that he was hyped as. Nope. It's not happening.
Chuba might have lost his job.
Yeah, just straight up lost his job. And you've got 4 running backs. You can't afford to lose a running back when you've got 4 on the roster.
Yeah. Nick?
I echo ditto to everything that Hillary just said. That's no Schkapeel. Yeah.
Yeah. Not
I don't want to pile on, but yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm a no Schkapeel as well. I think Gazebo, or not Kappa Chiefs, and Iron Pirate are kind of my bottom tier teams, right? Like, it's like, I don't know. I'm not seeing it. The names not going to happen. Chiefs are there, but the performance is not, I'm going to say. So that's why they might sneak out, but
yeah. Well, there you go.
Does Daria trade Kyron, though? Does she actually get it done? Because Daria has not traded since the Obama administration, was it? I think?
Well, what's the offer, though? Like, that's not an easily
anything
tradable
you can
player.
keep is what you do.
Anything you can keep.
You have a $60 Kyron Williams that, I don't know, any contender looking for a running back should try to get, right?
Well, Woody Marks is on sale for Kyron
I'm sure
Williams.
he is. Yeah. He did have that. We'll always have week 4, right?
Well, it could happen again at any time.
Speaking of where Brees Hall might go.
Right. Mario DiMarcado is available too.
It could happen again.
I can't stop hearing about Mario DiMarcado. It's everywhere.
And then it happened again when he dropped an 80-yard touchdown.
Everywhere I go, big guys, strong guys, tears streaming down their face. Sir, what do you think about Mario DiMarcado?
He thinks they're all sissies these days.
All right. Well, there you have it, guys. Your Real Deal or No Schkapeel podcast. Thanks for listening through it. Not too bad as far as length goes. You guys good? We good to close out?
That's what she said.
That's how we like to keep it, is not too bad.
Yeah, that's the goal. All right. Nick, for Hillers, this is Merrill signing off. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks.
Screw everyone and their interests.